Welcome to the Big Smoke Variety Show. I'm your host, Kevin Bennett, and you've tuned in to our summer silly season. Back in 1861, silly season was coined to describe the slow news stretch in the summer when oddball tales made the headlines. So here at the Big Smoke, we're brewing up a mini episode just for you. Think of it as an audio macchiato. Small, strong, and satisfying. Just enough to keep you smiling while the team here grabs some well-earned R&R. Now order yourself something iced and mildly pretentious, and let's step into the Comedy Café. Welcome to the Big Smoke's Comedy Café, where we gather together to sip overpriced coffee and help you make the most of your summer. Summer is a time we crave and long for. Since childhood, we count the days till its arrival, and we want to help you make the most of it. And who better to help us than some of our local jesters, our playful observers of human behavior? Do you like being called jesters?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Some of my favorite London stand-up comedians have joined us here in this cafe today. So we've got Kate Sharp. Hello.
Hello.
We've got Alex Farrow. Hello.
Hello.
And we've got Sir Mark Silcox. Hello.
Hello.
I've added a sir, I don't know why. Let me just do a little
I was like,
introduction.
wow,
Well,
came back quiet.
Do we have to bow?
Now, it's probably very, very unlikely, but just in case our listeners don't know who you guys are already. Kate, you grew up in Australia, is that true?
I did, correct.
Okay, so you grew up in Australia. You're an esteemed member of the Gay Advisory Board.
I am, yes.
Yeah, this is a new appointment.
It is.
What else do you do? Anything else outside of comedy?
Outside of comedy? I work at a university, but that's incredibly boring, pays my rent. Really just comedy and podcast and I don't know.
How long have you been doing stand-up for?
Just under 3 years now.
Under 3 years.
Which is
Okay.
exciting.
And Alex, you grew up just outside of Oxford.
I did.
I've
yes.
heard.
You've heard, yeah.
You are a philosopher.
I am.
I'm calling you a philosopher. You run probably my favorite comedy night in London called Stand Up Philosophy at Angel Comedy. And you've been doing stand-up for over 10 years.
I have, yeah.
Now let's go over to Mark. Grew up in India. What part of India did you grow up in?
It's central India near Bhopal.
Okay.
Bhopal.
I've just been to the main, I've been to Bengaluru, Delhi, Mumbai, kind of the main bits, and Goa.
It's in between Delhi and Mumbai.
Okay. So I might have passed there
Center.
on the train.
You might
I
have.
did
yeah.
take a train through. You've been doing stand-up for over 17 years, but
show off.
you're not just a stand-up, you're a science teacher and a ping pong player. Any other ping pong players in the group?
No, but I feel like it's getting more and more impressive as you've gone through
The Gay
people.
Advisory Board, please do not dismiss
True,
the
that
importance
is-
of that in
it's-
Can
society.
I ask what it is?
Thank you so much for asking.
I was kind of waiting.
I don't want to make
starting to
myself
get a
sound like
bit
a bigot,
offended.
but
No, I'm being so mysterious. No, it's
is it a comedy night or like an
It's
actual...
a pod. Well, I like to think it is a very.
Well, it's a government. Where's the office? The government office for it?
It's my home.
Yeah.
It is basically run by the NHS and myself. No, it's a podcast I do with another comedian,
I
Sam
genuinely
Ralston.
couldn't tell whether this was something that I should have read
Yeah,
about in a
This
newspaper.
is the
exactly.
thing.
or-
The more people get to know me, so Alex, you're the one that doesn't. You know me the least, though I have been in the front row of your comedy night a couple of times. But I think people start to realize that there's like a slight bit of honey into my voice when I'm bullshitting. So first of all, let's take our drink order. So for me, it's just like a classic iced black Americano, 2 shots. I've already had 2, so I'm on my 3rd. That's my drink order. Kate, what's your drink order
I love
today?
that. Your order's way better than mine. Mine's as basic as it comes. Mine is an iced latte with oat milk.
That is not, mine's basic.
I always think
Just a
mine's
black
basic because
coffee.
it's like every single girly and gay, that's what they get. I love that. Even in winter,
With the
iced
oat milk.
latte.
Oh, really?
I can't have hot coffee. I think
You're
it's
having the...
literally. I can't I just hate hot coffee because I can't regulate my
Do
body
they
temperature.
froth the oat milk for this?
No, I wish. No, not
because
at
there
all.
is I'll talk about this in a minute, but there's a really fancy coffee, sort of pretentious coffee place near where I live that froths it even for the iced.
Where's that? West London?
No, in Soho.
And of course. I'm going to Pret. No one in Pret is frothing anyone's
Froth at the
milk.
mouth and the queue's too long because of
Literally.
your order.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Okay,
and so
Alex, what's your
expensive.
order? What's your coffee order
An
today?
espresso, please.
Just one single
One
shot?
single shot of espresso.
Do you take it down in one shot, or
I
are
sip
you...
it.
You sip it
I
slowly.
pretend I'm on the south bank of the Seine.
Has it been a long process to get there? Because, when I was younger, I started with we all start with the hot chocolates and the sweet things and the sugary things.
Mocha.
Or did you, a mocha, I would say, caramel macchiato, all those things. Did you start with that? Or did you just start straight up with an espresso?
I will drink almost every coffee depending on
Yes.
my mood, I think.
Yeah.
So when I'm like talking with other people, I like the bitterness in the mouth.
So you'll mix it up. You're not just stuck on the espresso.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not the only
I'll
thing.
have a coffee that is 95% milk. I'll quite happily do that.
And Mark, what's your coffee order today?
I will please have a mocha with very hot milk,
Oh.
no foam.
Even in a heat wave.
Yeah, I
No
always
foam,
drink hot drink.
milk.
Yeah.
When I went to India a few years ago, the thing that I noticed was how when you order a coffee, at least the places I went, nobody even asked if I wanted sugar or milk. It just comes with
it comes with
lot
sugar.
of sugar and milk. Like that's just it. A coffee comes. It's like when you order a chai, it comes very sweet and very strong.
Even in McDonald's, you have to actually ask if you don't want to have sugar. You have to ask separately, otherwise they will just give you with milk, sweet milk.
Does anyone have
with
black
tea bag.
coffee there? Can you
Not
get that?
I
No, it
know.
just comes
You
with
can
milk.
get it. I mean, you have to request it.
Well,
They're like, this is
to
actually
mail
bad.
it in.
But wait, if you have
You
your
have to
milk
request.
really, really, really hot, do you drink it straight away or do you wait?
Yeah, I can drink it straight away.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm always
I
impressed
mean,
when
I
you can
always
do that.
take some sips and then keep it. And
Where
we
did
want it to last as long as it can.
That's true.
I
So
heard
that's
the
why
other
we ask for hot.
Yeah,
milk.
I heard
That's
the other
actually
day that
smart.
apparently drinking something
Never
hot
thought.
in a
I
heat
know
wave.
exactly where you're going.
I don't know the
It
science.
cools
Well, we have a
down.
science teacher here, and I'm glad you asked it. Is this true, Mark?
Is this true? Mark's a science teacher. What I heard was that in hot climate, we've had, I don't know how many heat waves we've had in London. This is the thing I've been wanting to talk about since they began. Over and over and over, roller coaster of heat waves. I heard, and so as soon as those hit, I started having the iced because I usually have like a black hot coffee during the rest of the year. I heard that having hot coffee in a heat wave is better for your body temperature.
Yeah, it's better.
Why?
Because your body doesn't have to work, because it's hot already and you are having a hot drink, then it's okay. Because if you have cold drink, then your body has to do lots of work to actually accommodate that heat.
Does it cool you down, or is it just?
Yeah, but is it similar?
Which lesson is this in the year of the science?
It's
Which
simple heat,
module?
Which module?
simple heat transfer,
But what about
heat flow from hot to cold.
my housemate told me that you shouldn't have cold showers when you're really hot because they this is going to probably be something that's just been bullshitted to me, but supposedly it's better to have hot ones because it doesn't open up something in your body to let in hot air.
I don't know. I'm not
Have I just-
the
I'm not-
science teacher.
Is opening up in the shower, allowing in hot air.
Listen, that's more of a philosophical question.
Yeah, yeah.
It's some
I might
kind
need to go
of
somewhere
body
philosophical.
gets some kind of shocks if you've been wandering around in the sun and you go home and drink cold water, then you get some kind of shock which are not good for your internal organs.
That's
That's
the third
what we have learned.
module.
Yeah, we are
The
debunking.
showers is when everyone
Myths.
you bring all the students into the showers.
I'm key, oh my God, I'm key stage 2 here.
It's the third.
It's the third one.
Well, they can wear
We
bathing
always
suits.
avoid not because in India people wander around in a hot sun and when they come home they are advised not to drink cold water immediately. Have some time, sit down so your body can relax.
Well, also it's kind of like in
And then-
some countries, like in the desert. Sorry, I'm just thinking like I'm an expert on this. You see like Aladdin, which is historically accurate
Accurate.
and totally appropriate. No, you see people wearing things on their heads and robes and like fully covered up. They're not walking around shirtless.
That's right.
Anyways,
Oh,
that's the
me,
science.
Englishman abroad, shirt off, middle of the day, no
That's it.
sunscreen, no hat,
Wow.
Well, it's your culture.
How are
for
you?
the king and queen.
And how are you alive? How are you still alive is my question. Okay, so
The NHS.
Yeah, well, thank God. Speaking of coffee, okay, so I'm not going to say the name of it, but I have this coffee place. The thing that I'm interested in is how I become a bit delirious in these heat waves and I start not realizing things that I'm doing and making kind of these absurd decisions. So the first heat wave hit, in the beginning of summer. And I went, this is the time for me to switch to my iced coffee. So I went to this local place. It's really, really good. I'm not going to mention it because I'm going to complain a little bit about it right now. But I want you to guess
The
how
coffee
much
shop.
you think this was. So here's my order. It's a black iced Americano. So there's no milk.
Yep.
2 shots of espresso. That's the thing I'm paying for. There's ice and tap water.
Which is free.
Well,
and it's in Soho because that
it's in
will
Soho,
definitely
which
push
definitely
price up.
pushes it up. So, okay, what do you think?
I'm going to guess like £4.80.
Okay, £4.80. What do you think, Alex?
I think you paid £7.10 for this coffee.
By the way, this isn't just once. This is now every day. This
Yeah.
is the delirium
Oh my
I'm in.
God.
So £7.10, Mark.
I will go in between around 650 or something.
It is £5.50.
Okay.
Stop.
And when I heard someone else complaining about it, because I'm Canadian and I'm too polite to complain about it. I heard someone else though asking, why is it more? Because the hot Americano is like £1 or £1.50 less.
Yeah.
And they said, they don't have an ice machine. So they have to go and buy the ice, which still seems
So you're
crazy.
taking the hit because
Taking
they
the hit
don't
'cause
have
they
the
don't have an ice
machine.
and because of
This
Soho.
is why the UK needs to invest in infrastructure.
Here's the thing. In Canadian, not that this will mean anything,
Build
but we've
back
got
better.
we've got a mixed group from different places. This is Canadian dollars and 10 cents for any Canadian listeners out there. That shocked me when I did that math the other day. So, have any of you guys done anything delirious like that in the heat wave? Like, this has now become a thing where I just don't even think about it. It's like I need
Just
it.
need it.
Yeah, I will just buy whatever drink. I feel like you leave like your door and you spend like £20 and you don't know how it's happened. But I feel like in summer it's even more
Yeah.
because I'm just constantly buying cold drinks to regulate my body temperature, which we've just found out does not work.
And I can't think. I just can't think when it
No.
gets to the high 20s and the 30s. I live on the top floor. I've got no air conditioning. I can't think. Alex, is there anything that
Well,
you
I've
do
just
in the
decided
delirium?
to permanently keep all my windows and doors open in my house.
Smart.
But does that help? Because it could just be hot air blowing.
Oh, well, blowing in. That is the type of thinking that I could be doing. What I do with it, though, is obviously curtains closed,
Yeah.
which is against every instinct of my body when it's hot because you want to
Yeah.
keep the sun out.
Yeah.
I'm like, but the curtains, I'm like, but that's for warm, but it's not
Yeah.
when it's this hot. So everything curtains closed, all the windows, as many of the doors open as possible. I'm a real burglar risk at the moment, so if you can work out where I live, have at it. The biggest, I think, thing that sends me mad, I don't know if anybody else is doing this, obviously when you're sleeping, you've got to have your window open at night. I'm under moth attack. The insects on my face, I live at the edge of Oxford. What a lovely place to be living. There's wildlife in my house.
See, this is
And
the downside.
you're imagining a small moth. These things, you need a dart gun to take them down. They're big, they're flapping in my face.
What?
See,
There's
this
no
is,
fear.
Everybody talks about the advantage of living in a peaceful, nature-surrounded area, but I live in Soho where nothing can survive. Like humans can barely exist. So my windows are wide open and nothing's
coming in.
flies in. Mark, is there anything that you do when you're
I
kind of?
leave the windows open and I don't get many moths, anything.
No,
but
What am I doing
Yeah.
wrong here?
I don't know.
That's
Maybe
it.
it's your body smell.
Moths do eat some sweat.
Yeah, they some
Really?
attract some.
Are they
And tears,
attracted to
apparently.
a smell?
Guys, tell me, what is
Yeah.
it?
No, everybody smells great in this
No,
room.
sorry.
Am I dusty?
It's good.
I didn't mean in negative way, but some people have,
Enticing.
I know.
Oh, he's
You have an
doubling
enticing
down.
smell.
Doubling down.
Which module is this now?
Yeah.
Talking about the kids' smells.
In terms of these moths, they're on my mind and my brain and my head, literally. So I know what they like to smell because I've bought an ethical moth trap. I've bought a sticky trap that
It doesn't
puts
sound
out.
ethical.
No.
Sticky.
But this is what it is. So it doesn't get the moth stuck to it permanently.
Oh.
What it does is it releases female moth pheromone. And so it attracts...
Maybe that's your smell.
I smell like a hot
female
female
moth.
moth. Now, did these bite or anything? Like, are they
No, they're in my
just
face.
buzzing around?
They're buzzing in my face. I don't want them in my clothes.
Yeah, well,
can't be
no,
having
you
that.
don't want that. But you're not waking up with like itchiness or anything like that.
No.
Are you? Is there other
Am I?
types of itchiness?
Okay, so what have we worked out? Alex Farrow, he smells.
Well,
He's
good.
itchy.
Like a
Good.
female moth.
Like a female moth.
Honestly, you should lead with that.
Okay, here's one other thing that I did in the delirium. So, do you guys know what a calippo is?
Yes.
Okay, so I like as a Canadian, that's not. So for anyone listening who doesn't know, a
An
calippo
ancient
is.
Greek deity. nymph.
Is it actually?
No, that's. But no.
Okay, so it's like a popsicle or like a freezy. Like it's the cheapest version of this, right? Frozen water with like a little bit of flavor. One more guessing game. Okay, so I bought one in central London. We'll start with Mark. How much do you think I paid for this calippo the other day? It was not the usual place you
What
get a
size?
calippo.
What size?
Oh, that's
it was
good.
like 1 foot foot. I don't know how many centimeters that is, but I'm showing Mark about 1 foot.
What
12
flavor?
inches.
About
It was orange
3
flavor.
3 pound, I think.
3 pounds.
3 pound.
Okay, so 3 pounds. Alex, what do you think?
I went too high last time. I think this is £4.50.
Okay, 4 pounds 50.
I'm going to go 4 pounds.
4 pounds. I spent 5 pounds on a Calippo. And here's the thing. I was sort of barely paying attention because I was so hot, and it wasn't from one of the stores on the street that have them for £1 or whatever it is. It was one of those ice cream trucks or something like that. And I just saw it and I thought I need something to cool me down, and I made a poor choice.
That's craziness.
Anyways, I just wanted to share that because I thought it was
A podcast of regrets. Things, things Richard bought that...
Let's share some advice for how we deal
What's
with
the theme of this
heat.
podcast? Oh, inflation. Got it.
Yeah. So we're here to help people figure out how to make the most of their summers. And I feel like I crave the summer all year, and then here I am complaining about it basically constantly, nonstop. So Mark, how do you make the most of your summer? What are some tips or things that you do that make you enjoy it?
I don't do much actually because I have taken a year off and I'm working on my Edinburgh show this year. So I'm just at home doing some gold trading.
Yeah.
And watching Netflix series, whatever I can.
So you just take it easy.
I have.
Everyone get into gold trading in summer.
I have actually accepted that I'm not here to change the world.
Okay.
So once you accept that, then life is much easier.
But that feels very profound. That feels almost philosophical.
Because at some point, when you are young, growing up, you want to learn skills and you want to change the world and you want to do this and that. And I just gave up on all of those things.
Just give up.
Yeah, because I'm not designed to work hard. I just do minimum.
Same.
You know what? I could feel like I could take a lot from that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you guys, I gotta go. I gotta catch my bus. So it's been lovely seeing you guys
It's been
today.
so nice.
Let's meet next week. Let's meet again. Solve the problems of the world.
Yeah.
Mark, continue to do nothing. And we'll see you guys next week. When the bells ring out across the big smoke. Wait! That means school's out for the summer! It's time for our silly season edition of Parish Notices. And who better to kick things off than our official summer correspondent and my niece, Morgan.
Hey there, Big Smoke listeners. I'm your summer correspondent, Morgan, reporting from the land of sunscreen and cannonballs, with my top tips for squeezing every drop of fun out of these sunny months. This week I'm reminding you, when in doubt, jump in. Maybe the sky's a bit cloudy. Maybe the lake looks chilly. Maybe you're standing by the pool thinking, I'll go in later. Nope, jump in now. Do the thing you were dreaming about all winter. Swim in the cold water, eat the giant ice cream, run through the sprinkler in your jeans if you have to. The best summer memories happen when you don't wait for the perfect weather or perfect timing. So don't think, just cannonball, because before you know it, the school bell will be ringing and you'll be staring out the window, daydreaming about all that cool splash on your skin. So go on, jump in.
Thanks for that, Morgan. I can feel the water on my skin already as I jump in the lake. Speaking of jumping in, one man had a dream he couldn't wait to get going. A dream of finding the best fish and chip shop in the country, and a way to save the national institution. According to a BBC report in June of this year, Mr. Stephen Peel, concerned by the decline of the traditional British fish and chip shop, decided to do something a little mad. One afternoon, armed with little more than an appetite and a sense of adventure, he set out to try as many chippies across the UK as he could find.
Oh, how it whets me appetite. Why, I can go on eating fish and chips all night.
And if the mission was important, the methodology had to be equally rigorous. Visiting each shop incognito, Mr. Peel ensured he received no special treatment. At every stop, he sampled the fish, the chips, and any local speciality, from pies to deep-fried Mars bars. I'm on it, he said. The rating system? A simple 1 to 5 star scale, encompassing the food, the shop itself, the cleanliness, accessibility, and presentation. Yeah, this is serious chippy business. From Bugle, Cornwall to Troon, Scotland, and everywhere in between, Mr. Peel put the hours and miles in. Fish and chips twice a week, every week, for over a year. After a few dips into the tartar sauce, this personal challenge quickly became something more. Conversations at counters, stories swapped over vinegar-splashed paper, and a surprising depth of passion behind every fryer. When you actually meet the people, Peel explains, they really want to be the best. They have their own ideas about things like the batter and their cooking mediums. As with every great hero's journey, 15 months and 120 chippies later, it wasn't a distant coastal gem that won his heart, but a humble shop just down the road from his home. Green Lane Chippy in Leigh, Greater Manchester is just a hop, skip, and a chip from Stephen's starting line, proving once again that every legend's tale ends where it began, with the treasure closer than you think. Just like Paulo Coelho says in The Alchemist, wherever your heart is, there you will find your treasure. Mr. Giorgio, owner of Green Lane Chippy, said it was a great honor to be praised by Mr. Peel, saying his shop has been around for well over 100 years, with customers who are 80, even 90 years old, who have been faithfully enjoying our fish and chips since they were kids.
My wife and kids are waiting for, we're gonna have a spree. We've got the salt and vinegar.
Stephen's story is that of one man's fish and chip obsession becoming a full-blown journey across Britain. It wasn't about the chips. Okay, it was a little about the chips, but it was also about saying yes to a wild idea. And without hesitation, jumping in. So what's your slightly mad adventurous idea? And when will you take the leap? Well, that's all for this week's Silly Season episode. Check out our show notes for more info on our guests and today's Parish Notice story. You know, it's getting a bit hot here, so I better go jump in the lake. As we said in the early 2000s, hags everybody. Yahoo!